Hello, everybody. Welcome to NGS. This is going to be a Division B East game that we are casting today. And my name is Kime, and I am here for the first time ever with Segatai. Say hello to everybody.
How you doing? Thanks for having me on here.
It's a joy. You're always such a joy to talk with and such. So,
Now that it's being recorded, that's
yes,
a
I have
fine
to
thing
say,
to
I said
admit.
nice things, nice things, nice things. Yes. So again, today we have got Tiny Dancers versus Uncomfortably Numb. So looking at the standings, Tiny Dancers is in a comfortable but not insurmountable lead in first place. And Uncomfortably Numb is a little bit farther down in ninth place. But it's worth noting that Tiny Dancers has several more matches played than Uncomfortably Numb does. So that does distort the rankings a little bit.
So
Um,
you're here hoping for the upset,
so I'm always hoping for the upset, yes.
just for the headline,
Yeah,
big
'cause
news.
it's always exciting when that happens, I think.
Right.
Unless we're the team that would be upset, and then we don't want that. Um,
Only
as-
upsets in B East, never West.
yes. As far as what happened, what did happen? Let me think. Right. Tiny Dancers won the coin toss and decided to go for a hero pick, which most people do. And so Uncomfortably Numb decided to take us out to Towers of Doom. What do you think of Towers of Doom,
I mean,
Sega?
it's if your first pick, it's a good map for like if you think you can get ahead, it's easy to like hold that lead and really hard to come back. So first pick is certainly very strong here. So
It is, although you say really hard to come back, but I will say I think Towers of Doom is among every map the one that has the most potential for larger comebacks.
yeah, it certainly does. It's just certain comps are going to get it's really hard once you get locked into like the defender's advantage if they flip bottom.
Mhm.
But
Yes. But
uh
we had one yesterday that was
yeah, it's
looking a
true.
little
You
grim.
can
I actually casted another one a couple weeks ago, I think, that got down to like 1 to 20 or something like that, 2 to 20 or something like that, and the other team won.
all
So
false sense of security.
yes, yes, NGS teams are weak to that false sense of security. So and we
Feed
do,
for 19 levels and then, decide to start playing.
yep. I will say though, unlike some other maps, it's not just like one post 20 team fight is GG.
Sure,
um,
sure, sure.
because you do that, but unless alters are spawning or you're able to six cap or something, you may not even get core damage.
Yeah, it's not like Cursed Hollow where you can like, win in 7 minutes if you just line everything up right.
Yeah, those games
Takes
are
a little
always
more work.
a little bit rough. Line up like the boss, two curses and a
Yeah,
team
yeah.
wipe, and that's just game.
Right?
Yep. Um, okay. Wow. Okay. Hopping right into the draft without even seeing if both teams are ready, but I assume
At least one team did. The other team not
I
actually
I I, I
are.
I think it was Uncomfortably Numb made the lobby. I think
Oh, sure. So
so.
they knew.
They
Yeah,
were ready. Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
Let's see. So I pulled up these teams a little bit. So we have what? Tiny Dancers. Is this who I have? Yeah, Tiny Dancers who's played more games this season. So they have a little bit more favorited here as I would expect to see Anduin, Kael'thas, Arthas. They play those a lot, and they win a lot with Arthas too. They're 5-1 with
Really?
Arthas. Yes, I don't know how. I don't know why, but they have.
Well, that'll be fun if they can pull it out. Because like Arthas, like when he's ahead is fun to watch. Arthas when he's behind is like, oh, you made so many choices and they're all bad. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, they have an 83% win rate just this season with Arthas.
uh, so I'm guessing from like they're talking about the Hanzo pick. Is this a favorite hero of theirs?
So Hanzo is they've yes. Hanzo is their most played hero this season.
Okay.
Um, that said, he doesn't have an 80% win rate, but it's clearly a comfort pick.
Yeah.
Um, an interesting one. Alarak is tied for their for Uncomfortably Numb's second most favorite pick at 3 games this season. Guess how many games they've won with him? Hmm
I'm going 3. Is it 3?
Yeah, there, 3 for 3 for
Nice.
Alarak. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, look, next you'll ban Alarak. They're talking about it in chat.
Yeah, they know.
Mal'Ganis, like just a solid tank overall. Uh, Just a sec. Okay.
First pick
Um,
Gary. It's certainly
yes.
bold. Uh,
I
they
mean,
have a plan for what they're doing.
yeah, we've seen
Um,
good garages.
we have. So ETC can counter Gary a little bit when played right. Rhaegar's good for the knockback, or Raynor, sorry, is good for the knockback into Gary.
Yes, Raynor also the hero along with Joe, who has played a lot and wins a lot in Div B. But I think that's B West last I checked, but I assume it's similar.
You'd hope, right?
Div B, West and East could have totally different metas. You don't know. Key in chat's guessing it's an offlane garage, and I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say I don't think it is, but maybe. Tassadar is Stukov. Stukov's pretty common, and Tass has become more common since his more recent buffs. I think he's actually good now.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of combos between a throw and the Tassadar wall and the Stukov silence. There's a lot of ways to pin someone back.
And then just also, if you play safely, just the raw damage Tass puts out.
Yeah, you have your wall tank and you have just variable buckets of damage right behind him that forces the team to try and do something.
Alright, Imperious Band and ETC.
So a little bit of a tank choke. You now have 3 tanks banned and 1 picked, so see where they go from here.
Who would you do left? A noob? Muradin?
Those are certainly possible.
What other tanks exist in this game?
Yeah, right.
These 4 are the only I ever see.
I mean, you did mention that they were the Arthas team, so.
Oh yeah, duh. Abathur though, I love it. Love it so much.
I mean, he's strong on Towers of Doom if you have a good. I guess you're hoping now for an offlaner in the last slot. Arthas can't solo tank. I think they still need another body.
So you sometimes see Arthas in the offlane.
They could pull out an offlane Arthas as well.
Yeah.
All right. Double support Task Lunara. Which
okay. Yeah, okay.
Which does mean you either have Uther or Lunara in the offlane. What? All right. We're in meme town. What is happening?
Well, I mean, I can't. I think I'm contractually obligated to not dislike Uncomfortably Numb's picks, right?
I mean,
they're amazing.
It's pretty good. It's either instantly countered or it's the most obnoxious thing that just is gonna tilt the other team game 1 and then the series is over.
I mean, so this is years ago. Murky Abathur was a legitimate comp. You put these 2 meme heroes together, and the combo worked really well. That's maybe not quite the same now, but I'm excited to see it. And like you're saying, this is if you had to pick a map for Abathur, this is the map you pick.
Oh yeah, certainly.
All right, you want to give us a call out the names here?
What side am I calling out?
Blue.
Blue. All right, we have Kiknaz on the Rhaegar, Novus on the Murky, Mr. Monkey Man on Raynor, Pilot of Earth on Abba, and famous on the Arthas.
Yes. Yes. And my pop-up for the heroes was slightly wrong, but just ignore it, everybody. All right, so we on the red side with Tiny Dancers, we have Fishing Queen on Lunara, Materium on Stukov, AG Silver on Garrosh, Feldroth on Tassadar, and Liddell on Uther. And I don't know, looking at the damage on Uncomfortably Numb, it's going to be hard to get through double support. Like, they don't really have, besides
Yeah, I
Raynor.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they get kills, but I don't know how the other team kills the Murky Abahat.
Yeah.
Um,
Oof, a wall right there was rough.
good silence, a lot of damage.
Yep. Doesn't matter quite that much this early, and even if they got the kill, it doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest.
Right.
But
But Ava's already circling bottom with a hat, and Murky already pushed in top.
yeah. So we do see Murky went bribe, so I'd like to see Murky just double soak all game.
He looks like he's gonna do it, and the other team's gonna have a hard time catching up.
Yep.
Arthas is probably gonna. Oh, yeah, he's dead. He's stuck out here with 4 people. I don't see this Arthas getting out.
Even with a hat. Like,
Yeah.
with that advantage and with an early game Abathur, yeah, I like them. Steal the camp. Good call from Tiny Dancers, I think. Oh yeah, good call from Secret. You can Bloodlust the Murky too.
You certainly can, Bloodlust Murky. There's a lot of stuns on the other side between the Taunt and Divine Storm. As far as actually getting Bloodlust value, like, you still need to be able to push buttons, but...
So stealing the camp, they all went for the top tower, which is a nice way for them to split up. So top tower dies.
Yeah, that's pretty strong 2 minutes in, especially into an Apicomp. No chance of like saving towers with Mule if you blow them all up before.
Tassadar's a bit out here in mid lane.
It's game big item. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's certainly the problem. Is good for them is trying to keep up with the soak and not leaving one hero isolated.
Yep. I mean, it would have been okay, but if you're going to send one hero up and it's going to be Tassadar, you really have to be careful of that positioning.
Yeah, certainly.
Like he was in the middle of the lane in that bush, and that's not going to work. Task can clear pretty easily from far away. Let's see, did Lunara go the extra minion? Yes, she went Nature's Calling on 4. So she'll be able to clear a little bit faster and can maybe keep up the soak.
Oh, fight bottom. And
Yeah,
we got
fight
the Uther
bottom.
kill. That
Yeah.
is surprising considering it is double support.
It is double
Abahat
support,
putting in
yeah.
work.
I didn't think they were going to get anything because they put... Ooh, Rhaegar got thrown. Oh, nice
And the
task
counter
here.
kill.
Okay. Initially, they
And
put
Arthas
so
get
much
out.
damage into Garrosh,
Right.
and Garrosh just doesn't die. But it looks like I think all the cooldowns went then to keep Garrosh alive, that they then had nothing for Uther.
Yeah.
So you see both teams turning
Abba
top
getting the top
Yep.
tower.
for the style points. I like it. It was totally not necessary. Murky was up there, but
No, gotta put in work. Prove
Yep.
your Ravenous.
I like it. I was surprised not to see Uther in the off lane. Yeah, so if Uther were in the off lane, then he could not double soak at all. And
No.
I think they're trying to still keep up the double soak with Lunara. They're not getting it as much, and you can see because they still had to rotate someone mid multiple times now.
Yep.
But I think that's their plan, maybe?
They're adapting well to this. Wall splits Rhaegar.
Arthas got
damage.
thrown into the towers.
Yeah.
But he may make it out still.
Good cleanse. I say that.
You say that.
Really. Right. Oh!
Oh, he had
Oh.
his Q up. Alright.
That does get Sappers in bottom.
They just
do
went on
probably
the
lose
gate,
this tower.
though. Abathur's going down to defend it. Tower should be fine for now.
Slap those minions. Do it. Camp about to be
Tiny
stolen.
Dancers, yep, stealing another camp. I mean, before 10? I think that's a good idea. Nara's not the first hero that comes to mind when you think double soak. Yeah, well, open your minds. No, I mean, the only hero that was not shown on the side of Uncomfortably Numb when Tiny Dancers picked Lunara was Murky.
Yeah.
So they knew there was an offlaner coming that could very well double soak, and Tiny Dancers just decided they didn't want to.
Abba did decide to not take Mule in favor of a mine build.
Really?
So maybe just memeing, or maybe trying to further slow down rotations by the other team, and keep them from getting any soak value.
Yeah. A Tassadar combo is going to kill Murky instantly later in the game.
That's true.
It almost does already.
He'll have to like preemptively be out of it.
Garrosh through
Throwing the Uther
I love
in,
it.
very strong.
It worked. Hey.
It did. I mean, that's Uther's like hardest problem is he either has to like be mounted and run at people, or
Walk up
throw
to
help SWAT.
No.
Yeah.
I like it. Murky trying
This
to
Murky.
sneak it. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm sorry.
It does split the focus while Abba at least like soak stop and mid, I guess.
Yeah, really, they're okay stalling for chunks of the game still.
But they're gonna lose bottom, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's how do they get it back?
So Uncomfortably Numb trying to come in here for the defense. They did pop out the clone.
They did. They do have auto grab. It is bloodlust.
And
Bloodlust.
Bloodlust.
No. Oh.
And the disengage.
Ah. Well. Oh. Oh.
Clone.
Just everything executed
So
perfectly.
many ult.
Garrosh disengaged everyone completely and then just said like, "This clone is dead." But that could have been anyone else.
They were really close together.
Yeah. Lucky it was a clone that died and not an actual hero. But
I think that was a toss of the coin essentially, which hero's gonna get there and there. Like if that were actually Arthas, you'd have thought it was brilliant.
yeah. Yeah. Either way, still good.
We saw what, 6 ults there? It looks like.
I think so. Auto grab and
Wait a
ghouls are
second.
still up.
What did Garrosh take? Garrosh
Oh,
took
we got a decimate game.
I like it. Arthas Throne. This is in a bit of a trouble, but he's got support.
The extra slow is certainly very strong into Arthas, who has a lot of trouble.
Just has to walk up to people.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't-
ever getting out.
Yeah, Uncomfortably Numb I don't think needs to be aggressive here.
Maybe not.
So we saw, I think, almost every ult except for like Octograb in that fight.
Yeah, I think they're dependent on splitting someone and getting an auto grab kill, and it's whether or not you can actually split up the other team.
Tiny Dancer's posturing to get both of these altars. Just gonna give them a very comfortable lead. Uncomfortably Numb living up to their name.
Oh, Rainer's Q just missed.
That's like 2 pixels out.
Yep.
Garrosh has been throwing on cooldown. Now with the clone, this is going to be not an easy defense.
But all right.
They almost didn't even make it.
Bloodlust back out, but the D Storm pretty much shutting it down.
Swipe in 5 seconds.
This is
Arthas
bad.
got thrown, yeah, Arthas got thrown to the fort, but did manage to stay out of range. I mean, they got the Uther kill.
Yeah,
So in the end, Murky doesn't count, so it was a 1 for 2.
that's true.
Arthas really low though, and probably just needs to back. Or tap, if he has a tap. Murky rotating bot, which makes sense because there's a whole bunch of them top and mid, trying to get a little bit of counter soak down, or counter push down bot, because...
I mean, so he's probably bribed the top cap once that I missed actually watching, but outside of that, bribe hasn't actually got much value.
Yeah, I mean, to be totally honest, you mostly just use it for the top camps. Because bot usually just has so many people that it's hard to snap a bribe. The wrong team is getting wiped by Bloodlust, says Mega Muffin. Yeah, that wasn't exactly what they wanted to happen.
That choke into a Tassadar is really hard to, like... He lines people up so easily with that ult.
Yeah, well, not only that, the Uther stun as well. Right after they ran into the choke. That was like a triple or quad stun or something like that. double root,
That
securing
was
another Mythic
Bloodlust.
kill.
Man, I do not understand the cooldown on Bloodlust. It seems to always be up.
It's a little strong nowadays, yes. They're deep for this Tassadar kill.
Get the kill! There you go.
They got
Alright.
the kill, which is great. And the
And
well,
that well.
which... Okay. Yeah, sure. They did lose their own fort for it, which is really unfortunate because the altar is spawning right now. But, you know, kills are good either way.
Murky Abba gonna continue to try and get some mat pressure out.
Towers. Yes. They did forget a little bit of a cardinal rule there.
That wasn't just quite under towers. That was like behind the towers.
Murky versus Lunar up top, and Murky's winning.
But the Abba had, I think he's got it. There we
Yeah,
go.
he does. So
That's what they needed.
So one thing with Murky is that when someone else is around and you get octograbbed, they just kill Murky, and ever since the change to that, that just means you're free. But when no one else is around, you get the full brunt of the slime pufferfish combo, which did he take? Let's see. Yes, so he took pufferfish at 4, which does 50% more damage to slime targets. So
Yeah, so he has a good combo.
yeah, against the Lunara, and
Alright.
greater spell shield's gonna be taken out.
He
by
almost
slime.
got this Tassadar.
Oh, did he really? I wasn't even looking up there anymore. Oh, he's gonna get it, I think.
Yeah.
This is Murky Abba
Don't
coming
fight under
into...
don't fight under towers nonsense. Murky Abba
Yes.
fights under towers all day.
They do what they want. Oh, so we got the Rainer clone just to burn this fort down.
Just to
and
burn
it
this
should
down.
work. Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, that's a good use of the clone.
So now they're able to actually exploit their map pressure with like
Yeah.
the global and pseudo global of Murky.
Yep. Altars in 30 seconds, so they won't have clone up by the time the altars spawn. Nor Hyperion.
No.
So
But
they'll be down-
Arthas or Tassadar will be a little late to the mid altar fight if they try and
The tunnels are open now.
they are. They can bait the tunnel.
Looks like they're just
Arthas
gonna
looking?
contest
Yeah.
top.
So
Okay.
Arthas Okay, so yeah, they're just defending top.
Yeah, and honestly, even 2 for 1 when you're up a fort, that's not a very big difference even.
No, the Murky kill. Alright, let's see if they can defend top.
They're trying. Pop the ghouls by Arthas. I like it. Bloodlust is out. Rainer got on the right side of the wall, which is good for Uncomfortably
Yeah, Rainer
Numb.
putting out good damage there.
Pufferfish chunks Garrosh. Tass is dead in the back
Tass
line.
killed.
Garrosh is just so
as
hard
long
to
as they
kill.
Right. They can't kill Garrosh, but everyone else can pop. Do we see the boss picked up? Or do they just go straight to the altar?
How greedy are they going to be? I think they
Right.
want to get this top
Oh,
fort
pushing down
before their
top is
altar.
good.
And with only 2 people alive, I guess you might as well, right? Like,
From here, they basically can just go ring around the map,
yep.
taking forts while the other team reclaims them.
And you all were skeptical of the Abba Murky.
I don't know how these fights are working.
I mean, to be fair though, they're still down even after this, like, 10 shots.
They are.
So
I do wonder if Decimate was the wrong call and like was just like playing into the meme.
yeah, or I mean, it honestly even could have been a misclick too. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Murky's trying to. Murky did steal the Mercs.
I mean, I suppose taunting a team that's bloodlusted does probably put a lot of damage into Gary, but
Yeah. It's what do they want to do? Attack you. What am I gonna make them do? Attack me.
Yeah. But he is the one that is the hardest to kill. They're killing him last. They're only getting
or
to
not
kill once
killing
they
him
get-
half the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so we got
Murky's
top.
going for it again.
Nice.
Octograb. These. Yeah, starting to get these Octograb kills almost on cooldown. And Tiny Dancers really
And just
needs
committing
to...
Hyperion to get things done. 2 Sappers got in top, so
the biggest. Did he take? He did take Big Tuna Kuna. Yes. Oh, uncomfortably numb. Oh, so silly.
He's doing a good job of playing the heel. You can keep the other team, you know, focused on Murky, you win.
Well, they're focused on Murky because he's killing people. Let's see, where are those? Where's the stats here? I don't know how to find deaths anymore. Alright, fight on the bottom right. It looks like Uther ult just used to disengage, unfortunately.
Yep, that's strong. So they hold bottom,
There we
Abba's
go.
taking the camp, and Murky's working on mid. So, again, doing a good job of splitting their team's focus. So
Murky-
once they get 20, how does the red team get back in this fight?
Let's see. Well, so
The Yarda skill will do it. There's the throw.
oh,
That'll
that was
do
a
it.
good throw. Yeah.
That might have just been being too greedy. Like, you can defend bottom, but
You don't need to defend it all the way up. Against the Garrosh, too. Like, Uncomfortably Numb should have known better after that.
yeah,
Really, all you need to do is defend by the keep and kill the wave when it comes in.
right.
But yeah, that's how you do it. Get a pick with Garrosh,
Garrosh.
and now you take back what you want. I mean, it's how they got a lot of their earlier kills, too. Let's see. Both
Well,
camps.
8 shots to 12 shots. It's pretty even, all things considered. Let's see if they get bottom by the time Marthas gets back.
The top and right camp are spawning really soon.
But if they
Going for
chase Murky around, then they're not going to actually get much advantage with this.
But the Murky kill. Hey, Murky's got an extended, death timer now.
I guess, yeah, Murky kills now count for something? Is that the world we live in?
A little, it's not the word, a little bit. It's still a Murky kill.
Single ultra bottom is pretty good.
Let's see. Yeah, all the ults are up. And as far as
you
like,
might just see Murky push in mid. He's going down for the fight though.
yeah, he is. Yeah, we've got like really aggressive, powerful ults from the side of Uncomfortably Numb, and then defensive push him back and stop him ults.
We got the clone. I'm guessing we'll see a Bloodlust in a second.
Yeah, the issue is that Bloodlust now lasts for like, what, 20 seconds or something close to that?
Yep. Oh, that
Oh.
black hole.
I think they should have
And the
Bloodlusted
swipe.
earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly.
And they're putting so much damage into Garrosh.
The move speed before black hole went out would have been really strong, so that everyone has a chance to juke it.
Yeah. Yep. I think that was a mistake on Uncomfortably Numb there. Because it lasts. How much does it last officially? It lasts for 16 seconds. I mean, that whole team fight was not much longer than 16 seconds.
Oh, definitely not.
But good attempt. They came out of it still getting some kills. Although Uther was able to respawn back, which is a little bit annoying. But Tiny Dancers winning that fight. They needed it. Unfortunately, there's no way
will
to.
be up in 30 seconds. So that's their play at the win.
Boss, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that right now there's nothing to do right now.
Yeah.
So
You
I
just cut
guess,
the
yeah.
map, hoping for boss.
Yeah, I think so. You'll
See,
have.
they're not even flipping mid back. They're just going. Oh, okay, now they are.
Yes, they are. I think you're right though. I think they should just go and prep for boss.
You can just sit there on boss.
Yeah. Or even better yet, sit by a bush, and then when the first one of Uncomfortably Numb comes up
Right.
to check it, like, look, Raynor's checking it right now. If they were there in that bush,
Yep.
Raynor was dead. And if they were able to kill Raynor,
I mean, he may not have checked that bush if the other team wasn't showing, like, on the fort.
no, it would have played out exactly like I said. You just stop it.
All right, swipe Bloodlust into the black hole.
Yes, so this is full disengage from Tiny Dancers. So Uncomfortably Numb just gonna try to take the boss instead.
Can Murky distract them from taking this boss?
He's doing a good
Yara
job.
text it. Is he gonna? He has
Stop
the
the
throw.
Nara.
I'm waiting to see the unstoppable.
The boss
There.
is there. They're just fighting to see who can stand
Oh
the
my
point.
god.
And it's hard to stay on a point where Tassadar is attacking.
Yeah. That was
Oh no.
Abba getting it. Oh,
Good fight. Good attempt.
it was
Yeah,
a bold attempt, but they were behind, so
yeah, they were behind.
I don't hate
and then,
it.
I think when the fight started, they needed to not be at the boss because once I started fighting over that point, I mean, you can't
The
stop
boss damage plus the
the
like
Tassadar.
slows and stuns and
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking like Tass puts out a lot of damage, but
he
it's also
certainly did.
easy-ish to dodge because it's big windups and just move out of the way and
Yeah.
stuff. But if you have to stand in one spot, the psi
Right.
storms and double psi storms and Qs and such. Premature bloodlusts. Well, sure, but in the previous, Key said that in chat. In the previous fight, it was too late of a bloodlust, I think.
I mean, 16 seconds is an eternity. Like,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as like a premature bloodlust. Like,
Well, in that last fight, it was a little early. It was a bloodlust on the like when they were chasing.
oh,
And so they did
sure.
the black hole to disengage, and then when the actual fight happened, they didn't have it. But either way, good attempt. Uncomfortably numb, really close to come back. Once they started to get to the latter half of the game, it seemed like they were really starting to get the picks that they wanted.
Yeah,
But
for a brief moment, you saw the magic that Murky Abba was in
yes, and it was
picking
so
apart that
glorious.
map.
And Raynor too. Like again, just clone the Raynor and just shove a keep. They did that, at least once. But all right, so it's Uncomfortably Numb's choice of map pick or hero pick. Do they go for the traditional hero pick? Do you think?
It depends if they have more fun surprises like Murky Abba, like
Let's
in their back
see.
pocket.
Looking at their maps. See, Uncomfortably Numb just doesn't have as many series played, so it's hard to
Right.
get any real good. Infernal Shrines, they're 2-4-2 on that one. As in they've played 2 and they've won 2. You could see them go there maybe.
Yeah, but they wouldn't pick
I don't,
that,
I
right?
don't,
At that
I
point,
don't
at
think
that point, you
so.
just do pick, right?
Yeah, I think you just go hero pick at that point. Yeah.
Infernal Shrines was always the like I don't know if it still is, but in previous seasons that was the most played map.
Yeah.
If that's the map you want, you're not picking it. You just
Because
roll the
the other team
dice.
will.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any other weird talents? Oh, we got the Decimate upgrade. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Reduces damage. Okay. I like
Yeah,
that.
so it's strong.
Yeah.
I mean into a Bloodlust comp.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right. Let's see. The lobby has been made. Switched views so that nobody else gets to see it. You can join off me.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. All right, and so let me figure out who picked the map. Okay, yes, so Uncomfortably Numb chose to go for hero pick. So Tiny Dancers chose the map, and it is, what's the map?
It is Volskaya Foundry.
It is Volskaya. All right. What do you think for Volskaya? What should they do?
I mean, I don't know if there's no weird like Murky Abba cheese like fun times.
No, though
I don't.
it's not horrible on this map, just
It's
because
not
of
horrible.
how long you can draw the objectives out for.
If you can like draft a stall comp for the objective, like
Hmm. And Murky can sneak around into the lanes a little bit like an Alterac.
yeah, I could see a Murky or an Abba. I don't think they do both those
Both,
heroes
yeah.
again.
Any changes you think on the side of Tiny Dancers?
Oh, they can do whatever they want.
They've won one game. They're basically
I mean,
they're
there
set.
wasn't anything that like I don't know if that was the comp that they had planned the whole time, or if they were counter picking a
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
expected Bloodlust comp. They
Uh,
had plenty of answers for the Bloodlust comp, right?
yeah,
So
Rager
like
was picked, I think, on the 1-2,
he
was
was in
it?
the 1-2, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the Stukov Tassadar Uther. We should scribble some notes down because I think that was that worked really well at countering Bloodlust. Like it was very difficult for Uncomfortably Numb to get the run at them and kill them engage that they wanted.
yeah, that every hero has a way to like help disengage or like slow that advance. So
except for Lunara.
I mean, she took Thornwood Vine, so Thornwood Vine
Sure.
that W slows the whole team.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. You win this round.
That's right.
But anyways, yeah. Beyond that, though, it was good against Bloodlust, but it was also just pretty good heroes in general. So they could go for the
Yeah, it's hard
exact
to
same
tell
comp.
like if right. I mean, double support on Volskaya is pretty strong as well. Like
Hmm.
the lanes are close together. The offlane Uther certainly works here. You can just leave him there.
Yeah, offlane
And then
is
you're a
barely a
really
lane.
stubborn comp to like pick apart once they get on the point.
Hmm. Yep, I could see that. If they have a van. I would be surprised if we saw an Abathur ban, you know?
Oh, Mephisto. Okay.
Mephisto. So we didn't see it played, but he's inarguably a strong hero.
He's a very strong hero, especially on like the big 5-on-5 point fights that like you're gonna have.
Let's see, yeah, looking really quickly.
I guess, is this a Joe ban or is this something more targeted? Deckard, okay.
Deckard, yeah. So if Joe's open, Mephisto has a 67% win rate in Div B East. So he's another one of those you should look out for him heroes.
Right.
Joe, right? No.
Wow, they stole the Tassadar
Going
pick.
straight
Okay.
for the Tassadar. I mean, I like it. I've come around on Tass. I think Tass is a good hero. We saw good damage last time from Tass. Think of it, double Tass with the clone, right? Right?
Is
Double
double
force wall.
Tass
Double
is
force
good?
wall.
I mean, double force wall is pretty good. I'm trying to think like how much of Tassadar's damage is from talents.
A not insignificant amount. With the double
Right?
size storm, with the Q quest, with his later talents, whichever one he goes. The
I mean, the
16s.
spell damage probably helps. Like, I'm sure that double Tass is good.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it would ever be like the best
Uh,
mage
so
target.
Ludel, who has Johanna right now, was actually Uther last game.
Okay.
So I wonder if they're gonna swap that up later. ETC was their Abathur last game, so both teams being like, haha, consistency is for losers. We just mix up all of our roles.
Ban the Rhaegar just in case they do the same thing again.
Well, I mean, they've already picked two different heroes that don't have quite the same amount of disengage.
Raynor would be, yeah, that's true.
I mean, Tiny Dancers has.
Yeah.
So they're like, everybody on our team can disengage from Bloodlust. Doesn't quite work as well this time. Alright. Let's see, we still need assassins. We still need damage on the side of Tiny Dancers. What do you think?
What is left?
Lunara again? Mages. Okay.
It is Lunar and Kel'Thuzad. All right. Tassadar or Raynor are pretty like immobile. Like in theory, like once you hook ETC, it should be easy for Kel'Thuzad to hopefully line up one of the other two.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think Kel'Thuzad looks pretty strong here.
Yeah.
Except Tassadar Q like it does half his health.
Yeah. So I'm thinking on the side of both of the mages, they're both so squishy that whichever mage gets the combo off first.
Yep. Right.
All right. Oh, we have a swap. Patches was not in the last game.
Okay, I was wondering for a second because that
okay.
looked like a different name.
Kiknaz, who was the Rhaegar player last game, so they swapped out supports.
Supports are all interchangeable, right?
Yes, and I only know this because I'm filling in the heroes and the players and their names. So.
And the Zul'jin. So.
Zul'jin.
This is a full stacking team, so even if they lose the first fight, Kel'Thuzad and Zul'jin are just gonna get scarier and scarier as this game goes on.
Yeah, they are probably, as long as they don't lose too much, content with losing, the first two protectors.
Yeah, I mean you can honestly lose the first two protectors and just come back at point C and just destroy the team and win this game.
Yes, point C, aka the normal, nothing special about this area point. All right. So looking at the drafts, which one do you like?
The Lunara feels pretty iffy into an Ana. Um, Ana can heal up like pretty much all that damage.
Hmm.
I guess this is a Lunara offlane or a Zul'jin offlane. Um,
I'd probably prefer to see the Lunara. Zul'jin can get easier stacks in the 4-stack, and then rotate also a little bit faster, probably.
yeah. Uh,
All right.
I mean,
Yep.
Joe, Kel'Thuzad, and Zul'jin are all super strong. I think I have to. It's Team Red is where I'm feeling this.
Okay, I'm going for Uncomfortably Numb because I want to see Game 3.
Game 3 is always fun.
All right, I'll shout out the Uncomfortably Numb blue side. So famous on ETC, Mr. Monkey Man on Raynor, Novus on Tassadar, Patches on Ana, and Pilot of Earth on Malthael.
Alright, for Tiny Dancers, we have Fishing Queen on Lunara, Liddell on Joe, AJ Silver on Kel'Thuzad, Materium on Anduin, and Feldroth on Zul'jin.
Yep. So Tiny Dancers wants this early fight here. They're gonna be wanting to brawl the whole game.
They do. And let's see if it... The other team is a little... Malthael is new, not to show, but everyone else is getting in here.
Yeah, probably a little bit more than they need to. Tass, maybe this
does
early, needs
I do.
2 rotations, but Tass can clear waves quickly from a distance. This Tass is actually going a completely different build also.
We got a W build.
Yes.
This could be fun.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see how it goes. Kicknaz, who is subbed out for Patches, says that Patches is the carry, so it'll be easy win now. You were just there to lull Tiny Dancers into a full sense of
The
security.
weighted E is off. Their real power level is exposed.
Yes. This is their final form. We have ETC versus 3 people up top.
Right. They said 3 to take the turret cap, which at least it got it faster, so this puts him ahead on the rotation.
Yep. Are they going to utilize that at all, or nothing super special? As long as they don't miss that top soak like they're doing.
It'll still be there.
Yes, I was holding my breath for a second. Ooh, Tiny Dancer's going for it. The support.
I mean, if you want to fight all game, this is the way to do it. Force that fight by taking this camp.
This makes sense. And look, they root ETC and chain him and just start wailing on him.
But Tass actually got Joe low enough to like put out pressure.
Oh gosh, that was so awkward.
He was the only one in range.
Oh no, I know. I know. It was just really awkward.
That was so bad.
Poor me. Oh god, I'm gonna get the hiccups now.
He just needed one of his teammates to realize that like he couldn't grab the item.
Yeah. All right.
Like even dropping the turret to like grab the other one would have worked out fine because it probably would have protected you, but doing it that way.
Dropping either of them would have been okay.
Yeah, right.
Once he swapped once. Anyways. So DC Uncomfortably Numb is going to get the objective first. I'm just watching Lunara hit these minions, but you can see on the mini-map the actual important part.
True. Tiny Dancers is half a level ahead.
Yeah, honestly, I think they should wait to fight until they get 7s, but it looks like they're just continuing their philosophy of always be brawling.
Yeah, they're not too worried about it. They can step up. They have the item advantage.
I mean, they're not behind. It would just be cool to see them be ahead.
Right. Turrets burn down.
Yep. Joe's getting pretty low. She'll have to go tap.
Yeah, I'm impressed by the amount of damage they're putting into Joe.
Yeah. They do have a 7 advantage now. So
Task
now's
clearing
the
top.
yeah. Oh, because they took the mercs.
Yep.
And I didn't see, did they clear Uncomfortably Numb's mercs?
I think those were taken earlier, so they must have.
Okay. Kicknaz didn't even know Bloodlust had a range buff on 20. Aww. That may be relatively new though.
Yeah.
Bloodlust was buffed recently. I don't remember what part of it was buffed, but
Good combo from KTZ there.
yes, and that gets him his Glacial Spike too. So KTZ able to combo much more easily now.
Yep.
Let me see what. Hold
So
your ground.
can they kick Tiny Dancers off this point? They got 2 turrets now.
I think either way, Tiny Dancers is going to be happy just to have him try.
I mean, if they just walk in and put 2 turrets down, they force them off. Unless this spike kills someone.
Rainer's
with a
low.
turret.
Yeah.
All right, turret out. That's good.
Turrets are dead on the side
Turret
of Uncomfortably
melting.
Numb. All the turrets are no items for any team. Joe low again.
No trap. Body block.
Both tanks
Traded
fall
out.
at the same time. Rainer's getting low though too. Taslow too. Uncomfortably Numb is getting quite low. Okay.
The Kel'Thuzad combo was enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see their health bars being uncomfortably low for Uncomfortably Numb. Did you catch that?
I see what you did there. I
Yeah,
see that.
Okay. Okay, so still Sonic Echo from TAS at 7. So really just the Q for Sign Fusion at 1 instead
Well, I
of
mean,
the
this
Q
is a full
quest.
W build.
It is, but even when so yeah, it is. Even if you go Q quest on 1 though, you still
I mean, yeah,
go,
the 7's still good, but
you still go Sign Fusion, yeah, which is what Tiny Dancers did. So when they pop out of here,
looking to
they're
make
in
a play on them.
trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's the 2 assassins in the Protector.
Where everybody else just ditched them.
Oh. Oh, they were pushing bottom.
Yeah.
That's...
You know, I'm not upset with it. I just wish that the Protector would have backed out maybe a little early. But if they did, I don't know if they would have gotten the well, so...
It was a good job recognizing that, you know, the tank is bottom. We can...
Yeah, Uncomfortably Numb made a
all
good
in.
call there. Yep. Using that advantage now to take the support camp as well.
So we have Thornwood Vines again, which is not the typical pick, and also Guillotine.
Really? Last Rites, Mosh Pit, Hyperion, Nano Boost, everything normal, except for Black Hole. Both these teams go in Black Hole, and not the biggest fan of it, but...
In an Archon build, I can see it. You're certainly going to get less value from the...
With Psystorm, yeah. I mean,
Yep.
they certainly made it work last time. Why they should pause, right?
I don't know if that's what he meant by that, or if he just, like... Alright,
Never mind.
it looks
Okay.
like they're good.
Alright.
Do you think that P pause button?
PP is usually pause, please.
Oh, okay, sure.
In the lingo of my country. Let's see. Light
Not
bomb,
just bathroom
blessed
breaks.
shield, 25. Yeah. Shadow Fissure also from Kel'Thuzad, which I've seen Frost Nova or whatever it's called, Frost Blast or whatever.
Frost Blast, yeah.
Frost
Either
Blast.
one, I can see.
Yeah.
He's hitting his combos, so like, if
yeah.
you're consistent with it, take it.
Yes. Secret. Sega already called out Guillotine. I had no reason to say it again. Yes. Ana just
He's
down
just
to half
excited.
health from that combo. You're not allowed to be excited. We don't accept that at this channel. Yeah, Kel'Thuzad got his combo and did half of Ana's health. In 4 more stacks, it'll do even more. It'll do, you know.
Yeah,
It could
they're
kill
still
her in 4
able
more
to take.
stacks.
They're still giving him a lot of fights, and every time that chain combo's a chance for someone to die. Nano Boost is out on task. Maybe a little prematurely.
Yeah. Oh, the cooldown was increased recently, right?
I mean, it won't be up for
No, it won't be up for the
the
fight.
objective until, you know, 50% in.
Yeah. What were you talking about before that? Oh, Kel'Thuzad, yeah. Yeah, so I don't think Kel'Thuzad combos are going to kill anybody yet, but as soon as he gets his stacks, it'll be different.
Yeah, what is he at? Oh,
He's
26.
really close, yeah.
We haven't seen a mosh pit.
Nope, being
So we'll
patient with that.
see.
That's another long cooldown though, so I wouldn't be surprised if ETC was totally just waiting for this point before he mosh pits.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly smart, but it's going to be hard for him to land it into the
Yeah.
Anu and Joe. Let's
And
see if he gets it.
honestly, Nano Boost is in 12 seconds now, so...
Oh, do they get this mouth pick?
I think so. I think so.
They do.
Kel'Thuzad's
thought
upset.
for a second he was going to get it out.
Kel'Thuzad wanted
They
more
do get
stacks.
60% on the objective, so they have time to leave and come back once Smelthael is up. Which looks what they're doing.
We see Greater Spell Shield again from Lunara, which I like even more this game because that'll help a lot with the Tassadar damage.
It will. The Tassadar damage is... It's almost... I don't know if she's always going to leave it on or if she's trying to activate it. There's a lot of, like, pokey spell damage that'll proc it.
It's pokey,
she has to be smart about
yeah. At least with
activating
Q build,
it.
At least with Q build though, Tassadar's even his poke is pretty tough damage because you get that Q chunk and the Psy Storm on you, and it activates for 3 seconds. Lunara's spell shield, so
That's true.
it's not just like the first hit.
They gave up the point. It's
Both teams have given up the point. All right, Joe getting chunked again though.
Shadow Fisher just raw. Light bomb combo, but disengaging from Joe.
No,
And they get it.
ETC booped Joe out of the way with the light bomb combo.
Wow. Still holding the mosh.
Yeah. Oh, I was just saying, if Kel'Thuzad survives, can maybe chunk him down a little bit more, but... yeah, I was surprised we didn't see a mosh there. I mean, clearly they didn't need it.
It was always going to be in the towers, so, like, it...
Yeah, just because
it's hard to hold it.
was. Okay, makes sense. I love that expert tank perspective you provide us here.
I mean, the taps just put out enough damage to threaten them the whole fight.
Yeah. Ooh, and we got Ensnare from Zul'jin on 13, just to kind of help make those... Oh, gosh,
heal!
She did get the heals out.
This Tassadar is still here.
Nobody expects the guillotine.
No. I think he barely caught the edge of it, too. I thought he might have almost dodged it.
We don't have Headhunter. That looked like Headhunter this whole time.
So I still don't know how much this Protector actually gets.
So it finished off the top fort, but it's getting low now. The bot well is still up.
Yeah, so they maybe come down here and get the front tower. I don't know if they get well.
2
They
seconds.
have 2 seconds. Yeah.
So it's arguable whether or not that was the right decision.
I mean, they have an XP lead, so right now...
They can still just push this, maybe?
Honestly, they shouldn't. They should just kind of, like, slow roll that XP lead into the next fight.
Kikna is saying Patches has never missed a heal. It's been good healing. I'll admit that, yes. The Ana's been pretty on point with the heals.
Yeah, that was on point.
Both teams going for their open camps, which are different camps, but you know.
This Ana is bold, just running out in front of the tank.
Did they not see the wisp?
I feel like they had to see that wisp.
I sure would have thought so, but okay.
Oh, Raynor caught in the combo.
Yes. One thing, when Kel'Thuzad died at the last Protector, he did spend his Phylactery in order to respawn.
He did.
So he's not going to have that life train for a bit. I almost feel like Tiny Dancers should have just taken this. They're even talents. They want the fight.
They do. We haven't really, outside of like Kel'Thuzad combos, we haven't seen like unengaged from Tiny Dancers.
until they really want an engage. Well, that was a bit of a greedy
Guillotine's
guillotine.
out. Do they get? Nope.
Still
EDC
no
is
mosh
probably
pit.
safe. No.
So what interrupts do they have? They have Kel'Thuzad and Johanna.
Joe and the light bomb from Anduin.
Okay, light bomb would work too. Yeah.
It's still delayed. Like you'll get half the mosh pit value off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is he gonna survive?
Oh, he
So-
does. Oh, my god.
goodness.
I feel like the ETC could have gone in there and like,
Finish that.
Finish
Just
that
attacked
kill.
once. Yeah.
and I think he thought that he was gonna die.
I mean, I did. So, don't blame him.
But they're pushing mid. More guillotines.
Yeah.
Not doing. I mean, it's a short cooldown, but
Yeah, and he's using it with the activatable that lowers his HP too.
yeah.
So he's getting good chunky damage on it.
But I mean, like the damage was healed up instantly by Raider and Ana.
Yeah, I almost feel like maybe just wait for it and try to use it as that finisher. But
Yeah, the surprise of it is certainly, I think, the strongest aspect of it, not the.
all right,
All right,
point C is up. Uncomfortably Numb does have 20s though.
they do, and they are not even thinking about taking this fight right now.
Well, they're thinking about it. The offlaner's not, and so I'm very proud of the offlaner offlaning. It's after my own heart.
Right.
Now
I mean, they have a big 20 window, so
Yeah,
like, they're
no,
not in a rush.
This is fine. Make sure the lane's pushed out. Make sure you're not going to get any cheap tower damage, and then come down here.
Yeah.
Titan Dancer's only got 27% on that, so. So
I
if they're
mean,
not
they won't have 20 by the time this objective finishes.
no, they
so.
either need to fight this or split into all 3 lanes. I
Yeah.
don't like this 1-4 split. Lunar's even
I mean, if they leave, they can take the bottom fort for free.
put 3 people there. 3 people can defend the fort.
Yeah, they could. And I think Zul'jin is realizing that now, and he's gonna go try and soak mid.
Yes, I like it. I would have liked to have seen it 20 seconds ago, but either way, they weren't going to get 20 for the objective.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of. See here, I feel like they should be a little bit more aggressive with it, but
Oh, spike combo almost got Tassadar.
it did, and Tass would have been dead because Ana was back on the point. Like
Right.
there was no save coming.
But there's also like there's no cleanse. I mean, there's a root slow cleanse, so like anytime I have not seen a blessed shield from Joe this whole game. It might have been used as a disengage once, but like
I mean, both tanks are being so conservative with their ults.
right, like at some point like she just has to shield Tass and then line up the combo.
Right? Oh,
Or Tass would I don't
think-
even know what killed Tassadar.
I think it was a KTZ combo that
I
Joe
assume so.
came in and helped on. I mean, I saw the makings of a KTC combo there. I just didn't
Right.
see if it went off or not.
So this is the fun moment where the protector is actually a detriment to your team.
With just being one
Because-
body.
Just putting 2 people in that thing,
Yeah.
Tiny Dancers can just collapse on whoever else is there.
Yeah, it has the shield to help prevent that a little bit, but that shield is also on a really long cooldown. So,
Yeah, and it's not doing enough into the full Kel'Thuzad combo.
yeah. So Uncomfortably Numb has defended, or has not got what they wanted with the Protector. It was defended pretty well by Tiny Dancers.
It was defended extremely well. They're gonna lose.
Yeah.
They didn't lose top, but they got. What did they get? They got a front wall, a keep wall.
They got the wall, and they're yeah, and so they do have a significant building advantage. But this is not getting into the late game, which is where Tiny Dancers wanted it to be.
Certainly. Where is Zul'jin at? Zul'jin at 25 stacks, so he's doing good, but he's not like completely like decimating your team before you realize it. It's still the Kel'Thuzad show.
Everybody, welcome to the Kel'Thuzad Show.
And we're gonna have point A again. Neither
Yep.
team looking like they want to force anything.
You
They're
want
happy to wait.
to take bets on how many protectors we're gonna get here?
I don't know. We got 5 items for Uncomfortably Numb here
They're out of space
versus
to use
1.
items.
So as long as they take a fight and all just mash F, we are good to go.
And R, I'd really like to see some mosh pits. Like,
You'd think so. Did he take? What did he take at 20?
good point. Blink.
Okay, so
Ball to
the team is
storm.
not expecting a mosh pit because they've not seen one all game.
And there's no death metal.
Do you? Well, I mean, you can do mosh.
Oh, so you're saying blink in and mosh?
Blinking and mosh because the team is not ready for it.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Uncomfortably Numb. Okay. You can't go core until you get keep wall. That is generally true, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Any other fun ones? Execute. Oh, we got the fun task 20. I'm so stoked.
What? What is Kugelblitz even?
It's the
oh my
coolest
god.
one. It is one of the best talents in the game.
I'm upset at the name. I'm upset at what it does.
Let's see. Oh, the Lunara 20 has changed since the last time I played Lunara. I feel like maybe not. I feel like it has though. Oh, we did not. Oh, we didn't get on the whatever invulnerable from Joe. There's a
No. Did I miss the one mosh pit?
You did. You moshed on Zuljin and instantly Anduin pulled him out.
Oh, you hate to see it.
It was Famous has been saving up his mosh for 20 minutes to get the perfect mosh. That's so disappointing. Famous, you're gonna have to make it up, okay? I didn't see one more glorious mosh from you. This is looking bad.
How many items can we use? We used all the items, so we're good.
We have one turret still on Ana. She did use it, and that's
The
gonna
Kugelblitz gets.
Oh yeah, look at that Sty Storm.
The Kugelblitz value? That was it. Was 1 W.
The Kugelblitz doesn't do much else, no.
This fight.
You take Black Hole and you take Kugelblitz for the moment when you get like 4 of them in a single black hole and you feel really cool.
Right, so in the middle of the biggest lane on any Blizzard map.
Look, it got the kill. Wouldn't necessarily have got. That force wall. Did you see that wall?
That was a great force wall.
Oh man, Kel'Thuzad was essentially just rooted for 3 seconds there. Is this first game this season Famous on tank? Oh, well, Famous was Abathur last game. I don't know what Famous has played
So
before.
maybe.
I can say it's the first one this series. Is that good enough?
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh. Task engaging while Malthael is taking the support camp.
With no
Not
tank, yeah, Task is
respecting
good.
what the other team is capable of.
Yeah, the thing is, not only the route from Zul'jin, but the Kel'Thuzad pool too. Like, they had multiple ways to bring you there. So, a little bit greedy, I would say. Like, I saw the desire there. There was a bunch of squishies, and Task does really well against squishies, but a little bit ambitious, I think. It's just walking past those wisps.
No one wants to unmount themselves. It's too much work.
I mean, alright, sure. Famous played Arthas last game?
Did you just have it written down wrong?
Oh, so I have written down whatever the player has most recently played, which at this point is ETC.
Okay.
I thought I remembered when I swapped them that Famous was Abathur. I remember the position. No, Famous was totally Abathur last game.
Well,
no?
We got a 23-minute objective, and they're gonna try and go
maybe I had it written
core
down.
through top. It looks like
it's the only one where the forge is down, so I could have had that written down, Kicknaz. So sorry, written down incorrectly. I mean.
Psych, we took the long way to mid fort.
So it's okay. I think they were
Hey, at
considering
this
it,
rate, we're
and
gonna see a
then
5th protector, and I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
I think it was they were going to, but weren't ready to do it through with no support. So. Oh, he picked Abbott in draft and switched with pilot. Oh, I probably didn't do that when I had the pop-up stun.
I'm
Oops.
waiting to see, the camp and catapult are gonna get top for Uncomfortably Numb.
That's unfortunate.
So this protector does not get a keep.
Then they've actually lost out
then
on
they
this
lost.
objective.
Uh,
Tass is low. Tass is in trouble. Nope. And it's not gonna get a
but
keep.
they distracted the protector from actually doing damage to the keep, going for the task kill.
Yeah.
So yeah, they traded a fort for a keep with that objective.
Well, they got Malthael earlier on. The protector wasn't part of it, but the protector was part of what made it the Malthael kill work.
Sure. All right, so they're looking for this fight.
I mean, you've got 20 seconds left on the protector. Might as well just use it, right?
Yep.
Spend the cooldowns. And if you can push him off or get some damage in, it may let you take the turret here.
Red team's core is under attack.
Tiny answer is no. They abandoned the protector because they realized they had to send someone back.
I didn't have to send anyone back.
They didn't, but they were worried about it. It looked like.
Okay.
Wild City abandoning the protector like that.
Oof, they burned this camp down really quickly. I like that.
Oh, we're 25 minutes in. The damage everyone does is
it's pretty impressive. Yeah. Let's see. ETC doing some nice zoning. Putting lots of damage.
We'll call that a zone. Burns Bolt to protect himself. Kugel Blitz!
Oof. ETC dies before able to throw out that mosh pit, unfortunately.
Looking for the perfect mosh pit all game and just not able to find it.
Yeah, I do agree. I think ETC, the one mosh pit was a whiff, but you also made Anduin burn a pretty long cooldown to save Zul'jin from the mosh pit before.
I guess.
I'm
just thinking the value that, like, he could just take death metal and int and...
Yeah, like, imagine if he had death metal there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would really like to see more aggressive, just more willingness to use the mosh. We're gonna feel really silly. Oh, going for the Ana.
Chain combo?
That's it, yeah.
Good Ana. This might... They should be able to burn down the keep, I think.
Yeah, the Zul'jin combo actually didn't do much to Ana, but it kept her in place long enough.
It kept her there.
Yeah, for the auto attacks and the Kel'Thuzad to do it. Alright, so this is a keep. Is this game? This is surely game, right? 27 minutes in? Can they just run it core?
They're not looking for it.
Oh. So
I mean, Mosh Pit is still available, so...
Yeah, like, if they ran it core, they had to get it. Because they've got stuff coming top, they've got stuff coming bot. Like, if Tiny Dancers ran it core and they didn't win, they lost.
Yeah.
So...
Wow! And bot went down.
Lost it! Oh, I wasn't looking at the actual health, I just knew the wave was coming.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention because it was just a wave. I don't even know if there was a catapult there or not. That's crazy.
Alright. It's kind of resetting in this game a little bit. We've got 1 keep to 2 keeps, level 24 to 24, both teams almost at 25. 1 camp is almost up.
Uncomfortably Numb positioning for a fight without a healer. Again, having to burn Bolt just like for being out there when...
What's the cooldown on Bolt?
There was nothing to do.
70 seconds? Yeah. I mean, ETC was just keeping an eye out to make sure there's going to be no invade on the turret.
That just going up now. Like,
yeah,
you could have waited until Ana got there and not burn cooldowns.
Possibly, but I think they wanted to keep their positioning.
Sure.
Being the first one there matters. Like, they're the first at this turret here,
all right.
mostly.
They looked for this invade earlier and it didn't work out. Can they do it again?
I want to see just the mosh. Just queue it in, mosh.
The wall.
Drop the turrets. Oh, God.
Kugel Blitz.
Oh, my goodness. The last rites and black hole on Johanna, not enough.
Man. Still not seeing the Kugelblitz value.
I think it is a fun level 20.
It's a fun level 20. I wonder if that, additional spell power would have gotten that kill.
I think it's a fun level 20. And it maybe not, because you wouldn't have had the extra damage from the Psy Storm that the Kugelblitz spawned, and it's not like Last Rites does more damage with spell power.
No, but I mean, considering how grouped up everyone is, if you have, 20% spell power on your Q?
Yeah.
And black hole?
Yeah, not going for spell power is... I
don't actually know which one would have done more damage there, but, it might have been, the difference in that kill.
Yeah. Spell power is the traditional level 20. But I almost think, if you're going for the Psy Storm build, that's a good level 20 for a Psy Storm build.
Well...
It is. Shut up. I really would have liked to have seen a Mosh
right.
plus a death metal
I have no idea what the stats are. Get this or kill this out. There you go.
Oh, well, okay, they caused the pull.
Oh!
There's the Psy Storms.
Kugelblitz 100-0 Joe.
Yeah? Oh, sorry. A little bit of weird camera control there. Sorry, stream.
The poison damage late game is destroying this team.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Lunara has a level 20 that upgrades her poison damage, but she did not go for that.
She did not. But it's still just, it's scaled. We're at level 25.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And
what?
Winions,
I wasn't even looking.
Winions did it.
Okay. Well...
Key in chat pointing out, still no Mosh. The threat alone of ETC. And Winions won that game.
I mean, let's be fair. I do think that Andon was being really conservative with his pulls, waiting for the Mosh.
He was. They were holding cooldowns for it.
Yeah, so, it's one thing to say, gosh, I wish ETC would have done more Moshes, but it's another thing to say, how many Blessed Shields did you actually see that game?
All I saw was Kel'Thuzad Guillotine, ensnare combos. I didn't see Joe setting up anyone.
That's what I'm saying. She was probably holding it for the Mosh.
Probably.
I think both tanks were just playing chicken. Which is one way to neutralize powerful ults on both sides.
Yeah, certainly.
Anyways, yeah, I was saying, sorry, stream, that neither of us noticed the game ended.
I saw the other team looking like they were trying to back. I did not notice the core health until it was at 3%.
But they were low health too. So I was like, Lunara's at 30%.
It was more fun to watch that fight.
It was. They were getting kills and combos on both sides. It was cool 4v4.
So we've seen Tassadar win both games respectively for different teams. Different builds, but tons of damage either way.
Yes, you are correct. Very, very different builds. But some talents are the same. The level 7, the level 10.
Tass OP.
If Kel'Thuzad did get pulled and didn't get pulled and he died, he could have rezzed and defended core.
Always in for res.
You're not wrong. And that's what I tell my team when I do things like int as Leo or Malthael or stuff like that. You just got to get the value from your talents and traits. Anyways, that puts it at a 1-1, right?
It does.
Yeah.
We get to see game 3. It's exciting.
So yeah, I'm excited. Let's see. So what? Tiny Dancers lost that game. Even though we didn't see it, we have to believe that it happened. They did hero pick when they won the toss. Do you think they're gonna go hero pick again here?
Probably. I don't know if they stick with taking tasks. They certainly enjoyed it game 1, and it was first picked by Uncomfortably Numb game 2. So we'll see if they play around tasks or if they have some other strategy in the back pocket. I feel like neither team's gonna prioritize Joe or ETC based on like how they were used that game.
Or do you have to prioritize both to be the counter against the other?
The counter. It's true. It certainly helps like having those two offset each other, which is why they're the most common pick tanks.
Yeah. So I will apologize to Famous a little bit for calling out the mosh pit and not noticing the Johanna shield not happening either. But the mosh pit is just so much more noticeable. So I feel like if you have a flashy ult, you're more obligated to use the flashy ult. Those are at least rules that I live by. I think those are fair rules.
I mean, actually, at level 20, like both Mosh and the upgraded Blessed Shield, like can just win a fight and win a game if placed correctly. So it's good to look for, which is why we talk about it.
Yep. Yeah, and then no death metal either, it's hard to kind of compare the value because death metal you're kind of okay with dying, and like your whole goal is to use it to not die.
I mean, you can use it aggressively, but into the Kel'Thuzad, I can understand taking Bolt.
Oops, I showed the map. No, pretend you didn't see the map, everybody. Otherwise, it's spoilers. You should join, by the way. So since nobody knows the map, ooh. No, it's okay. So we will be going to Infernal Shrines this game, which was picked by Uncomfortably Numb. And if you remember, that was them, right? Uncomfortably Numb. Yes, Uncomfortably Numb is undefeated on this map.
Oh, that's exciting.
With 2 games. Also, Tiny Dancers is undefeated on this map. With 3 games.
2 will enter, 1 will leave.
Exactly. So
no record stays intact forever.
No. I feel like I only called out one of them, I think, at the beginning of the series for being undefeated on that map, but they both are. So both teams like this map, but Uncomfortably Numb chose it. So, before we get into
the first task.
Yes, I mean, he's good on this map, right? Like,
I mean, it's Shrine Clear for days.
Clear for days, and the shrine, especially getting into and out of the shrine, it's chokes everywhere.
Yeah, the task wall does completely shut off like one of the sides on any one of the points.
And either of the abilities makes it super easy to hit and get the damage.
Yep.
Braxis is banned, yes.
Haven't seen a KT in either game or a ban. That'd be the other mage that you see kind of like pay tier a lot for clear. I don't know if you see Lunara again. Her clear is a lot slower, and it's pretty easy to like pick off the monkeys that she like spends a lot of time poking down.
Yep, I see what you're saying. Oops, I still had that up. Yeah. What else? So this map you can do a double soak offlaner, or you could do rotation as the 4 stack. So we could see different stuff with that from the teams. The last map is all kind of one big blob. So
right. I mean, Uncomfortably Numb has still tried to do a double soaker both games with the Murky Ava combo and the Malthael. So you'd expect it from them. Tiny Dancers hasn't used a like standard dual soak hero yet.
Yeah, it's just the last game is only sort of you dual soak, but yeah. Malthael's strong on this map. I like Malthael on this map. He's able to rotate between the lanes quickly.
What map don't you like him on?
You know what? Just because he's clearly the best hero in the game.
I'm spooky.
Death comes for you.
Oh, the task ban. There we
No one
go.
gets
Shaking it up.
I like it. Both teams showing a little bit of spice. I like it.
Yeah.
So I think that shows that Tiny Dancers didn't want to first pick him, and was
Right.
pretty confident they weren't going to be able to in the 2-3.
Yep. That seems like it.
Let's see. Do we have any more swaps
And they
here?
banned Lunar. I mean, it's certainly a comfort pick. I don't think it's a great hero here, but these games are certainly going the distance. So
Okay. Ludell and Joe again. I mean, there's not a bad map for Joe, so
no. And she can certainly sit in the middle of the shrine and collect things and be safe.
Alright, what do we see here? Rainer's up.
Wouldn't hate it.
Kel fast for the first time in the series. This is a good Kel map. Deckard, alright.
And
Rainer.
Rainer. So there you go. You got that one.
Yes.
Deckard's good on the shrine fights.
I like Shrine. Yep. And then, yeah, for those who don't know, Ruby was buffed several weeks ago. So we've seen more Deckard play after that, since that. So looking really briefly.
Hey, alright.
Rainer's picked in half of the B East games and wins 70% of them. So not really surprised by that. But then I imagine Joe is similar.
Yeah, it's probably
Joe's
a
at
similar.
64%. Oh,
Yeah.
what a loser, right? Also picked in
Exactly.
half of the games, though. There's 6% of games where Joe is not seen in the draft.
Right.
Either banned or picked.
I mean, the tank pool is so small, it's pretty safe to.
Yeah. I mean, Joe in particular, though, is popular.
Right.
And anyways,
Wait,
yeah. We did
they
see...
banned Arthas as a potential off-lane pick? Or they banned Arthas as their own pick? Like, Uncomfortably Numb is the Arthas team.
Yes. Yes, they are.
I don't know what the Arthas ban was there.
They could be doing something divey auto attacky.
I guess so, yeah. Like
Illidan or Tracer.
I want to see a Kerrigan here.
Kerrigan, sure.
Because I don't know why else you ban the Arthas there.
Illidan.
Yeah, I guess, but Kerrigan would be what you'd expect on this map as being like a strong favored hero.
Yes. Illidan's not really favored anywhere.
I mean, he's favored in quick match, but I don't know what else.
Tiny Dancers runs Arthas offlane a lot.
Okay.
Alright, well,
so both teams like Arthas. All right.
How much did Cassie do their homework? I called out that oh no, I did call it. So no, I did call it Tiny Dancers. Oh, I know what's happening. So Tiny Dancers, both teams like Arthas, but Tiny Dancers is the one I called out at the beginning of the series for liking Arthas and being good at Arthas. But
Okay.
then Uncomfortably Numb picked Arthas in game 1. And that
okay.
mixed me all up here now.
That seems fair.
No, okay.
Sylvanas is a good last pick here. Wait,
yes.
We have Joe Gary.
Sorry, yes, we got super distracted with chat now.
So we have offlane Joe, offlane Gary.
Offlane Garrosh. Right?
Both can. Joe has more wave clear unless Gary techs his build into wave clear. But Joe Gary is a very strong front line that
okay.
Once they actually both get to the point, it's pretty much impossible to walk through a Joe Gary.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yes.
Like Morganis is gonna have a very hard time actually ever engaging. He's pretty much gonna sit there.
Huh. All right, looking at the drafts really quickly because we have to start the game now. Who's winning?
Oh my god. It's Tiny Dancers. The Joe Gary Sylvanas is too strong. And I don't see enough like wave pressure or map pressure from Uncomfortably Numb to like take advantage of it.
Okay, so on the side of Uncomfortably Numb, that seems reasonable then. We have Famous on Junkrat, Mr. Monkey Man on Raynor, Patches on Deckard, Pilot of Earth on Mal'Ganis, and Novus on Imperius.
Alright, for Tiny Dancers, we have AJ Silver on Garrosh, Materium on Lucio, Fishing Queen on KT, Felidorth on Sylvanas, and Liddell on Joe.
Yes. And according to chat, Double Tank is the norm from Tiny Dancers, and I did not know that. So that's new information. And, you know, they're first in the division, so it seems to be working.
It is. It's
double stun from Kel'Thas is cool to see.
So yeah, we have Joe in the top lane already, clearing a lane.
Okay. Just because she does have the better minion wave clear. Alright.
Yep. And Imperius is going to be slow. I mean, Joe can literally double soak.
Is she off? She's double soaking?
Imperius's wave clear is so bad.
Should
like...
we do this? Should I offlane Joe in our games? Gonna have to keep an eye on Tiny Dancers to see how this
works.
And on Uncomfortably Numb to see if there's an easy counter for it here. Tiny Dancers going for the quick bottom camp. Sylv did use her trait on it, I noticed, which seems reasonable because you're not going to be pushing probably right now, so.
No. So they're going to clear mid and they'll probably just take their safe camp.
A little bit of an aggressive bush party here.
Yeah, they're
the
rotating way out ahead.
Mal'Ganis is not easy to kill though. Oh, but they did. He turned around.
I think there was a... I don't know what he got spooked by.
I bet it was pathing right around that wall there.
No, maybe.
He probably just clicked on the other side of the wall and it booped him around the other way. I would bet you 60 internet points. Joe can double soak. Yeah, that's we were thinking that. Ooh, threw out the Junkrat before he was able to bomb himself, and that's going to be another kill. But Lucio out of position. Oof, Lucio, unlike many Lucios I play with, remembered that they have a trait. And used it to escape. So
yeah, Lucio falls into two camps of like, if you use your trait effectively, Lucios are like terrifying, and you're like, if they forget they have it, then he is just like a bad Brightwing.
Just like a bad Brightwing. Yeah. Both teams going for their top camps right at the same time, which is really nice because the shrine is bought.
Yep. So Uncomfortably Numb middle spawn later, so it'll technically give them an advantage.
So Tiny Dancers got on the point first, which does give them a bit of an advantage here. But let's see what happens. Ooh, Deckard got
thrown in.
But Imperius had pushed the rest of Tiny Dancers out.
Yep. Oh, Lucio getting out again.
This Materium on Lucio is being really impressive in the first few minutes of the game here.
He is. Monkey's even up.
Yep. Lucio a little bit
Mal'Ganis thrown in.
Mal'Ganis easy to get out.
Well, he can also just retreat to all the Ruby Potion.
Yes.
Yeah, like he...
yeah, Ruby is getting tons of value here. You saw Imperius walking to
for
them.
him.
I know.
Yeah, he wanted them so bad.
I know. Deckard's gonna fall here too.
He is.
So Tiny Dancer's getting very low, but
Junkrat's gonna secure this point. Oh.
Yeah, the Junkrat I think was there the whole time.
Yeah.
which may have been why Tiny Dancers won that little skirmish.
Right.
Um,
The top shaman camps actually, just the way it's stacked up, even though Uncomfortably Numb's shaman camp spawned later, it died while the other one kept pushing.
Yeah, the shaman camps are often pretty kind of RNG as far as even if the other team doesn't have their shaman camp, it still is pretty RNG as far as to how much damage it does. It just depends on does the tower target the shaman or the wolves.
And some of that's just, alright, so we have Tiny Dancers taking the bot camp.
Yes, it looks like Uncomfortably helping their mid camp push a little bit, but gonna come down and defend bot now, or gank maybe?
Yeah. I realized I was looking at a camp the entire objective push, and I assume it did nothing.
Where was I looking? I was looking up top. I was not watching the objective either because top was more interesting. It looks like
Someone got an objective and it got a wall?
Which is what you expect the first objective to get on this map.
mean, no, like, by wall I mean gate, the towers are still there.
No, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, this first objective, you really don't expect it to do that much nowadays.
I guess
because
so.
it's really hard to push with it, with the changes. So split pushing is just what people do, which is fine.
Chat's saying they have never seen Famous play Junkrat, and it does feel like I mean, he got the shrine clear for it, but I don't know how Junkrat helps this team ever get a kill.
He bombs someone out of position.
Yeah,
Imperius is in
both
trouble
tanks
top.
have Unstoppable.
So you bomb someone else. That kill did give Tiny Dancers 10s just a little bit in advance. So we do see Warlords challenge this time, not Decimate.
We do.
Phoenix,
Pushing with Sylvanas top.
Yes,
So...
I like that push. They have the full wave there and everything too. They probably can't get the fort. Ooh, we got sleep out from Deckard, followed by sleep from
Double
Morganis.
An early alt that's not gonna get any value.
Not a big fan of the ult there, no. But you know, could have been worse. Better ult early than die in the ult.
He was at full health. They were engaging.
And better that they didn't die. We did also see Falling Sword, which I've only ever seen you pick in unranked games.
I mean, as the offlaner, it makes a little more sense. You have the taunt for lockdown. You don't need to.
I think that's a really good point. With that, since they've got two tanks, they essentially don't need the traditional tank ult. Got Riptire.
Riptire. Oh, it's good sleep.
Forced sleep. That was beautiful.
The Lucio. Falling Sword to get out.
Junkrat, yep, to get out. Oof! That Imperius ult just wrecked Johanna's health.
The silence, I think, saved her. Assuming Imperius had a Q.
It may have. I'm not sure if it was on cooldown or not. Let's see. I think we've seen all of the ults. Have we seen Hyperion yet? It's on cooldown, so it must have just happened there.
Yep.
Alright, objective up. Tiny Dancers getting the lead again on the objective, like they had last time. Last time they did end up losing the Protector by getting forced out, winning the skirmish, but...
Oh, Junkrat thrown in.
Oh. Both tanks are really low for Tiny Dancers.
Oh, this Garage. Alright, good. Garage.
He almost made it out, though.
Getting the counter kill there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That evens this up and makes it interesting. Can they press back in?
Yes. Good spear again on Kel'Thas.
This time it's Raynor just working on the shrine in the back.
Yeah, and he needs to pick up the speed of that.
Well, the rest of the team
really
fights.
Low. Okay, good sound barrier. Sound barrier saved Joe's life.
I feel like Raynor has only gotten like 10 monkeys in the meantime and may have gotten a kill if he was with the team.
Yeah, almost arguably should have just waited for Junkrat. The Imperius is in trouble now. Oh, but and Deckard and Mal'Ganis uncomfortably numb. All of a sudden, the fight kind of went out of their control there. So with those kills, that will secure the Protector for Tiny Dancers, barring something extraordinary. And it looks like
Rainer's already leaving, yeah.
Yep, I like that. They don't have 13, so Raynor should, yeah, go push bot. I like that. Clear the wave, and Raynor could just push bot while you see 5 of them top.
This top fort is basically already gone, so you'd expect the objective to clear this fort and then maybe get keep wall.
Raynor going for the mercs instead of pushing just with the wave. I can see that. Okay. Probably a better decision. I like how Uncomfortably Numb is just giving up this fort, because like you said, it was dead.
Yeah, it was not doing anything.
I feel like Raynor should probably back now, though.
Yeah, he's trying to just keep up and suck with the Joe.
Yeah.
But
I feel like maybe Imperius would do better at that, though. But
yeah, probably.
Either way, this is a pretty solid defense. They baited the Punisher over the wall. And so, yep, Tiny Dancer's thinking, you know what? It's going to be hard. We got the wall. It's going to be hard to get the
Yeah,
keep.
you got the wall.
Go somewhere else. Makes sense. Do they have Sylve trait? They're not using it yet, at least. Alright. So we're kind of starting to stabilize. Do you have a camp invade? Ooh, Raynor's in trouble. Raynor's in oof, I think.
Did he throw him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, and Junkrat. Ah.
Yeah, I feel like that Junkrat mine put Garrosh right where he wanted to be.
It did. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Junkrat mines are always so hard because, you know, a couple pixels in either direction changes where they go.
Yeah, certainly.
But yeah, Garrosh almost missed that Raynor kill. Did you see it? Like, he kind of stood next to Raynor in that bush for a couple seconds, like they were both surprised to see each other.
Yep.
Before the Raynor started to run away, and then the Garrosh stunned him. Yep, this makes sense for Tiny Dancers. Steal the camp because you have 16s and 5v4, so. Alright, so Uncomfortably Numb is behind here. What do they need to do?
Oh, I mean, it's 14-16, so right now there's honestly very little. You're losing this fort. The mine may have helped to get them secure a kill. But right now they have 2 top. Which isn't helping. As long as Tiny Dancers is staying as 5, there's very little they can do. Besides just soak lanes.
Yeah. And I think that's what I would like to see, is just kind of have a presence where Tiny Dancers is, but be really safe. Except that you're going to be losing some buildings, and try to get the soak up to 16s.
Yeah. It's still hard for their team to push into a tower once there's 5, so that was good defense.
Yeah, so I do see the reasoning for their defense as 5 as well. Because with the new towers...
I mean, they'll have 16 by the objective, so...
Maybe. What if they all 5 die right now?
Right.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
They're playing around that. They're minding their space.
Yeah, it's been overall really good, patient play from Uncomfortably Numb. Not as aggressively trying to soak to 16 as I think they could, but there's a good possibility that their play also saved them bot fort so far, at least. We do see Tiny Dancers taking bot camp.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
Uncomfortably Numb has to clear the top shaman camp before the objective, so they're basically losing bot now to the Sylvanas push.
Oh, I don't even think Tiny Dancers has to do this push.
They did not, but...
I feel like with the mercs that they got, I feel like that would have been enough. But now that they got the fort, the mercs are going to be pushing onto keep wall. So I think maybe that was their thought, was that let's make this an even bigger threat. Imperius gets
getting thrown in.
He does pop his shield, but he's so low still. Thrown again? What was the cooldown on that?
Garrosh took Mortal Combo, so if he hits the EQ combo, it lowers the cooldown to like 4 seconds.
Oof, so Lucio got slept out of... Okay. During them within 3 seconds, reduces Wrecking Ball's cooldown by 10 seconds. Huh. Anyways, with the chase and the final kill on Mal'Ganis, he almost made it out. But in the end, they're going to lose this keep as well with the Sylvanas push. All while Kael'thas just kind of patiently kills the monkeys at the thing.
Right. They're going to have pressure in all 3 lanes coming at them.
Yeah. Raynor, I think this is a good decision by Uncomfortably Numb. Hopping down to clear the Merc spot and make sure that you don't lose too much from that, because you're not getting the objective right now.
All right. Do you see Tiny Dancers push for the win here, or?
So they've been relatively passive last game, I think it was. But they had a lot more to defend that time. So now that they've got all the lanes pushed, bot's the only thing that they could try to get.
It is a Frozen Punisher, and they have Sylvanas, so they did actually use Sylvanas trait, even though it was a Frozen Punisher.
Well, the Punisher didn't hit the towers.
Oh, I missed that tower? Okay.
Yeah, it got the fort, but it has not hit the towers. And I'd love to see them just burn this fort down, this keep down. And I think going for win is very greedy right now. Good sound barrier.
The falling sword value was level 20.
Well, changed my mind.
Level 20 strong.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a falling sword. It's up again.
Yep. It's a fun ult.
Yes. We did see the upgraded Warlords challenge too. Oof.
I feel this is probably
There's no way that Uncomfortably Numb does this. So GG. That was a very consistent game, I thought, from Tiny Dancers.
Yeah, I don't think they had an answer for the Joe Garrosh, and Lucio makes Mal'Ganis' engages a lot harder.
Yeah,
you don't just not like how often Lucio got out of early game kills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe Garrosh is not something I've seen before. So that's fun. Let's see. Let me see if we're doing an interview. The player you're trying to whisper is not currently accepting messages from players who are not on their friends list.
You hate to see it.
Let's see, where is Phil Draw? There you go. And then just to prep for that, hop over to the NGS lobby 1.
I'll see you there.
Hey, hey.
Hello, hello. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So how you feeling?
Those were really difficult games, so really good after that. They played extremely well.
Yep.
Were you surprised how long game 2 lasted?
Game 2? No, I wasn't surprised. We picked that way because we expected it to last a really long time. But
okay. You did have a very stacking comp.
Yeah, for sure. We just let them get too much of a structure lead early, and then I've preached this since the beginning of time playing this game. They did exactly what I've always said, which is just get a structure lead and then sit back and let them come to you, and you can play the rest of the game like that. So,
did your team notice that you had lost the game when you lost? Because we didn't notice.
You didn't notice? No, we totally knew. We had like,
Okay.
we're like, get back, and then and we're like, are we gonna get it? Are we gonna kill those things in time? And then we didn't. We're like, nope, we're not going to. And so we watched it go from 10 to 0.
Oh,
It was sad, and
those are always rough.
it was slow motion.
I think chat noticed that if KTZ had died, instead of
Yes.
being saved, he could have rezzed and saved your core.
Yeah, that would have been funny, and we did not have that much heads up thinking. So,
No.
of course, I don't know anyone that does. So
No. This is definitely after the fact. Chat said this.
Yeah.
for sure.
And
That
again,
was
we didn't
difficult.
even notice there were minions on the core, so you beat us at least.
Well, we were all too painfully aware.
It was an exciting fight.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was hard to tear our own eyes away, and we knew what was going on. But it was just hard because we were put in such a poor position with how well they played and taking structures, where the final fight was, well, we either fight them now and hopefully kill them and save everything and make the game last even longer, or we don't fight them, we clear the core, they get objective, they win because it's like a level 26 protector. So not much you're going to do about that. So we took the fight, and it still lost. That's how it goes.
So game 1, on a scale of, let's just say 0 to 100, how much were you expecting their comp on Towers of Doom?
So it was so funny because we were messaging back and forth as a team, like in the all chat, and we were joking that they were either going Hanzo or Abathur, and so we banned the Hanzo, and then they went Abathur. And so they were true to their word and fulfilled on their promise, and we had to play accordingly. We were doing well early game. They almost turned it around on us because Abathur and Murky are two characters that you have to shift the way the game is played at different points along the journey to late game. And so one shift is at 10 when they have the clone, because then they can match you in heroes, and then another shift is when Murky gets turned on, somewhere between when he gets his quests done and when he gets 16. So we basically had to pivot and say, okay, no one can be alone, because Murky can pick almost anyone, especially if he has even one person helping him. So it was just like, we need to take 5-on-5 fights and back off as soon as they use Bloodlust and just force them to fight on our terms, down a hero with the Abba ult down preferably. So. And that's what we did. And once we were able to stabilize, and it's so hard to stabilize on Towers of Doom. So once we were able to stabilize, it started going back our way. But we should have pivoted sooner and quicker, and they punished us for not doing that. So
yeah, you could see one of the Murky turning points when he got 2 1v1 kills within 2 minutes or so.
One of those. yeah. He got his once he gets the Octo Grab, it's a whole different game. So.
Did you feel good going double support into that? Was that you had double support once you saw the Abathur, but how much was the Murky, I guess, a surprise there?
The Murky was definitely a surprise, but we had the Lunara and we were fine with it. But once again, it was one of those things where we knew we could bully them really strongly early game. So we did that, and if we just shifted to 5-man bullying them and just out pushing with the Murky and the Abathur come done, we would have won a lot cleaner. But we felt good about the double support. Having a Tassadar does really strong, consistent damage. Having enough lockdown with the supports that we chose, where we could, land all of Tassadar's damage. So that's always helpful.
It didn't look like you had any trouble setting him up.
No.
And then, did you intentionally in game 1 draft so much anti-bloodlust? Because
yes,
you had some good anti-bloodlust.
Absolutely, we did. Yeah, we'd been tossing around the idea of Stukov being an anti-bloodlust team, and it was definitely worked out really well, because as long as we saved swipe for bloodlust, then it was never an engage. So, and then Wall's always great for making not people go certain ways. So,
yeah, both Wall and Black Hole got a lot of just no, your bloodlust is not a thing.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
In timeout.
That ult is
sorry.
That's exactly right. Yeah, for sure. We've been punished in the past, and I think they took us to that with that comp on that map. loosely that comp, like the Bloodlust comp, and punishing what we've done in the past because of the way we've played and been beaten on that map before. So, however, we've been beaten on that map before in that way. So shame on us if we get fooled again on it. So, but they almost got it even so. So
Yeah, definitely on that first map, it was back and forth. Map 2 was also decent amount of back and forth until the Winions decided to turn the tide.
Yeah. That was
At some point in the late game, you guys were looking into a fight where everyone on their team had an item.
Yeah.
And I think you still pulled it off, like only like trading kills or not coming off like too bad, but like at some point you had to be like, well, if they just all drop their items, like, do we leave? What do we do?
I mean, we were taking fights knowing that if we can only have Joanna in the fight and force him to use a couple items, then that was a win. Because like I said, if they all have items, then we don't want to take a fight that matters with that. Right. So we were just saying like, all right, well, let's take a fight. If we can trade kills, great. If we can get them to use items, great. Like anything's a win for us at this point as long as we don't die. I think the thing that was so incredibly funny on that match is when Raynor had a turret and he kept trying to trade for the heal. We didn't know what was going on for a solid like 5 seconds. And,
we felt Cassian, you felt so bad for him, and I think everyone in chat did too. Just like you see him trying so hard to like be useful and like.
Yeah, well, if you're listening, Raynor, my heart goes out to you. I think we've all been there.
Team,
Someone else pick this damn item up. Yeah.
Why is it just
That's
me?
exactly that's funny.
Didn't think of it during, but Sega noticed afterwards. He should have just dropped one of the items.
That's right. Drop an item, grab the other item, leave. Just get out of there. Yeah, because we definitely, I think, got a few more kills, but after that. But it was good. I would have not changed a thing just for the laughs. So.
And then, so in game 3, chat's saying that you guys this is normal for you to go double tank. Is that true?
Yeah, well, I'd say it was true until we got beat once on double tank, and then we haven't gone double tank since. And except until this last match. So there you go. We were just like, we had a really good record, and then we started losing some matches, and we're like, you know what? Now it's time. We're in the playoffs. Let's just have some fun, try out some weird stuff. Let's see if we can make some other things viable. So we played like TLV and worked that out really well. We've done some other fun stuff, but yeah, we did a very reactive draft at game 3, and when double tank works, it works. So it worked, and I think the results spoke for themselves.
It certainly looked like they didn't have an answer for like how they made their engage. Like it's just so much wall to get through.
Yeah, especially and you don't always see Falling Sword Johanna, but when you do, she's landing on the back line all the time. So that happened quite a bit. And they both Mal'Ganis and Imperius are dive tanks. Imperius especially struggles really hard if he is, makes his 1Q dive and misses, or is alone, or can't follow up and get the kill, because that's his only escape. So we felt really strong with the Garrosh into the Imperius, and then once since we could have Johanna just off clearing and she does a decent job at that, there was basically a win-win with taking fights for us. So.
Okay. So you got more questions about this series?
Oh, the one funny thing we made a lot of fun of it in game 2.
Yeah, okay.
So in game 2, but it seemed like there was one mosh pit attempt, I think, all game. And Blessed Shield, I think, may have got used like once. And
threatening us the whole time.
Yeah, was that something you guys were aware of during the game? That both tanks were like just sitting there like holding their cooldowns, waiting to see who's gonna like rip it.
Yeah. I think I definitely called for some Blessed Shield engages a couple times so that we could just make something happen. But
I don't think that did happen.
No, it didn't. The threat of Mosh was really strong, and so he played extremely well with that. And we do that a lot as well, where it doesn't matter if you use Mosh. It just matters that they're positioning and scared to group, and on a map where they have to group sometimes, so they have to back up or be in a small area like that. That's really powerful because it's against a team that knows what's going on. It's a really powerful tool. The other thing was, he can use Mosh to get some solo picks, right? So if you can Mosh on one person and get the kill, then Mosh was of value, and that's great. We had some counters to Mosh. Honestly, it probably would have worked better if you just used Mosh more often, because we would have countered the Mosh and then gone on with our lives. But here we live under the oppressive regime of ETC's
Always waiting.
guitar. Yeah.
It was really nice to see the perma standoff between Blessed Shield and Mosh Pit.
Well, and see, if we hadn't have lost structures like we had of, then we would have been fine with the perma standoff, because as Zul'jin, the stacks are just keep going. So we would have won that game had we not lost structures so much early. So that's definitely on us, and good on them for doing so well.
And I suppose the last question. So Tassadar won game 1 and 2 for different teams, and we saw you guys ban it in the third game. Is Tass a first pick, worthy hero, you guys think?
I think he's worth being in the meta, yes, for sure. I think it took a little while for people to acclimate to that. He's definitely weak to dive, so I don't think he's like a 4 mid-ban pickup, but he's extremely strong after mid-ban. And if you're going to pick up a team that can counter dive or save him no matter what, then he's good before that as well. We were commenting during game 2 that the pathing Blizzard has when a wall comes up is extremely bad.
Yeah.
So to the point of being bugged. So it's kind of like, I think that's one of the reasons he's so strong. You throw up a wall and the direction I was going no longer works. So unless you're micro controlling your pathing, it's you're gonna struggle. So
yeah, picturing that one moment with Kel'Thuzad getting yeah,
that's actually the moment he was just like, this pathing's whack.
Yeah. You're basically stunned.
That's exactly right, and that amount of control is really powerful, and I think he's really viable in a bunch of different ways. He's a great AoE mage, or he's a great more single target, because I think I went a hybrid of Q and W build when I played him game 1, and then Novus or whoever played him game 2 went a full W build. So I think he has a lot of viability in different areas, which makes him strong. So.
Yeah, I certainly haven't seen the full W build picked up in many NGS games. So
it's
so
strong.
Yeah. It was interesting to see how much value it was going to get out there, and it certainly did some work.
Yeah, it does the same thing that so many other alts do, or abilities like Kel'Thas's Phoenix. You just avoid that whole area, or Raynor's like Hyperion. And so when he has these lightning fields everywhere, you're just honestly, it does more distraction than it does damage, and it forces people to watch their pathing rather than take that little bit of damage, which is enough to.
Is that how Phoenix works? I feel like me and Kim have teammates that don't seem to understand that lesson, but
I'm gonna stand in the middle of it.
No, plays Kel'Thas, and it's just like, I want big boom pyro.
If it's not damage numbers, what is distraction?
Yeah. It's it's really good. I'm a huge fan of Pyroblast. Don't get me wrong, but love the bird.
All right. Any upcoming matches that you are particularly looking out for?
Yeah, I'm not sure how familiar you are with B East, but all of our final matchups are going to be really strong. So we're playing One Tricks, which is a seed 5, and then Duraton's Couch, which has made a really great climb in the late season, and then Jailbait, which is the number 2 team. So I think we're definitely in for a difficult next couple of weeks, but I think we've taken the pressure off ourselves quite a bit with just saying that we're definitely going to be in the playoffs. We won a high seed, but it doesn't super matter, and we can just grow as a team and make ourselves more well-rounded in the meantime. So
yes, and I see this was your last flex match, wasn't it?
It was. We got him out.
Mods are going to be so proud of you.
Yeah, well, we do it for them. That's it.
Cool. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to our team, as always. They're a great group of people, and they keep their heads in the game and have a great attitude all the time. And then shout out to you guys for casting us. We super duper appreciate it. And then finally, shout out to all of our families who put up with us yelling and being silly and practicing all the time. So,
Cool.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for putting on a good series.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Hope you pick up another game soon. You're always welcome.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thanks.
Bye.
Alrighty then. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Sega, for co-casting with me. It's fun.
No problem.
If I put in the chat, which you've all seen by the time you hear me say this, if you have a chance, viewers, please click on that and give us a review. Make sure you mark Sega down for basically anything.
5 stars. 5 stars.
Anything
I don't know how many
feel...
stars are on this review, but it's probably 5.
just mark him down a little bit. I think you all understand that that's appropriate. And beyond that, thanks for watching.